really quickly, before I move on from the misinformation thing, I want to go back to a point that I made on Rogan's show. I said harmful misinformation is calling that baby a clump of cells. That is true harmful misinformation. But you can say anything that you want in support of the pro-abortion cause, and it's never flagged for harmful misinformation. And it actually results in death. Certainly, not just by chance. Not just, oh, maybe if you don't wear a mask, you might infect somebody. No. If you have an abortion, you're killing someone on purpose. Certainly. Harmful misinformation is everywhere on this topic, and it is never called out. And it's so easy to think of some examples. I'm gonna run through a few of them for you. Harmful misinformation is telling a woman that abortion is a decision about her body when another body and life is at stake. They tell that lie every day. Planned Parenthood tells that lie every day. Harmful misinformation is calling a baby a clump of cells or a parasite. They go that far as to call it a parasite. Harmful misinformation is calling abortion health care. Like I told Joe Rogan, I think abortion is health care, the way that rape is lovemaking. Harmful misinformation is presenting abortion, not adoption, as the best answer to unwanted pregnancy. Harmful misinformation is telling women they're better off living with the guilt of killing their preborn children than coping with financial hardship. Can you imagine? Can you imagine telling a woman that she's better off killing her children than being poor? Is that really preferable? Harmful misinformation is framing abortion as self-defense. It's a real argument. They try to say that you're defending yourself. You're defending your body. You're defending your autonomy. There are limits to autonomy. I'm a parent. I have 2 kids. I can't do whatever I want. I have to go home at some point, check on them, make sure they're eating, left them home alone. There are limits, especially, when you first have a baby. When my wife, it took her forever to get this baby out, by the way. I ran out of snacks. It was like a seriously dire situation. When she finally pushed hard enough and our son arrived, I hope she's not watching. Is this a live stream? Is there a live stream? Oh my gosh. Where was I even going with that? I've lost track. Yeah, when she finally pushed the baby out and I had a son, our life changed dramatically. We all of a sudden had all of this responsibility. And she needed to use her body to care for and nurture and raise and love on this child. And she had to. It's a requirement. If you just leave your baby, it's neglect. The law protects your child. It limits your autonomy so that you have to take care of your baby. It is harmful misinformation to tell women that their autonomy supersedes the right to life of the child within them. Every argument like that assumes what needs to be proved. Every argument like that assumes that the unborn is not as deserving of life as the born. Every single one of them begs the question. That is an assumption that must be proved. If you're going to argue that it's okay to abort a child, you have to argue that that child somehow has less value than a human being that's born. You have to make that case. You can't just assume it. Harmful misinformation is the claim that saving sex for marriage is shameful or foolish. Harmful misinformation is the claim that we don't know when life begins. Of course we do. It's obvious when it does. Rogan said, what do you think, there's a magic moment at conception? Of course, yes. That's the most magical thing there is. And when do you notice he never responded to me. When I asked him, I said, when do you think the magic happens, right? You think we become valuable humans eventually. When do you think the magic happens? He never answered that question, didn't even try. Harmful misinformation is describing a procedure that intentionally ends a life as safe. There's so much harmful misinformation, and none of it gets flagged. It's unbelievable. The priorities, the way that everything is flipped upside down. We are living in the upside down.